Hi friends! I did another grocery haul at Cash and Carry. I'm maybe being a bit ambitious, but I got a 50-pound bag of flour. I was hoping for another 25-pound bag, but they didn't have one that small. I'm going to make some green enchilada sauce. I'm planning on prepping a lot of this food, like freezing a bunch of the onion, and you can freeze like lime juice too. So I got a bunch of limes, got a bunch of lemons because it was kind of a good deal. There's a lot of food in here. I just put the 2 big containers of peanut butter away. Andrew is hauling away the giant flour. We have 6 pounds of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and the extra peanut butter is because I've been making things like Buckeyes and peanut butter frosting and all sorts of stuff. That is a 28-pound box of spaghetti. We go through quite a bit of honey, and I'm going to make honey lime chicken enchiladas. That's part of why I got the limes. I got another box of pancake mix because we've been going through quite a bit of that. Freezer bags so I can share some flour and stuff with other people. 4 gallons of milk, which is not even what we go through in a week. We go through like 10 gallons of milk a week. These metal pans are really sturdy and they're only 35 cents each. And I've been making things like cinnamon rolls, and I have a neighbor who's been amazing. And I put up a photo of cinnamon rolls on Instagram, and she said that those are her favorites. So I want to make some for her and for my parents. I think these Honeycrisp apples were a pretty decent price. That's called a pork cushion right here. This was the only shredded cheese they had left for pizza, and a giant thing of pepperoni. I'm going to look into whether I can freeze some or not, which I'm thinking I probably can. We were out of Parmesan cheese, which is amazing, and we're going to do a smaller trip to Fred Meyer because I didn't want to get a giant thing of cheddar cheese. Bag of avocados. These are tomatillos for the green enchilada sauce. Also green peppers for enchilada sauce. Huge bag of garlic. This used to be like $5 and now it's more like $12, which is still a really good deal. My chips are crushed a little bit, but that's okay because sometimes I put it on white chicken chili. That's fine if it's crushed. And then another big huge bag of rice. I'm about to make green enchilada sauce, also known as salsa verde. If you've ever wondered how salsa is green, it's because of tomatillos. Well, it depends on the recipe, I guess. Green peppers, jalapeno, cilantro, and that's what we put in the blender, and then we're going to add some things to the pot, which is going to make it delicious. And I'm making a double batch, and you can freeze it, which is awesome. So these have been removed from their weird wrappers, and they look like green tomatoes, but they're not, and you don't want to eat them plain like this. Just don't. So I am going to cut them into quarters and put everything in the blender. And I'll probably use my big pitcher because it's not all going to fit in the blender at once. Okay, round 1. Okay, so now we have over 2 quarts of this green smoothie that no one would ever want to drink. And next we have onion, garlic, cumin, pepper, salt, and then a little bit of sugar is optional. And I wouldn't want to add all of the sugar recommended because I'm going to use it to make honey lime chicken enchiladas, and the honey makes it sweet enough. So I might add a little bit of sugar. And I can always add more later if I want to. And it's so yummy with chips. And while this is simmering, I'm gonna watch the movie Dick again because it's so funny. Okay, I got the fun part done, which is dicing 2 large onions. And you should really do it with your eyes closed so the onion juice doesn't get in your eyes. And yeah, you might cut yourself really bad, but I think it's kind of worth it. I'm now heating up the pot on medium heat. I'm gonna add the olive oil. Just want a nice layer on the bottom. And now it's gonna smell dreamy in here because I'm gonna add the onion and garlic. I'm gonna let these get soft, and then we're going to add the green smoothie stuff and 2 boxes of chicken broth, cumin, pepper, salt, and a little bit of sugar. The onions and garlic are soft, so I'm gonna add the green sauce and chicken broth. This is lower sodium. I usually use low sodium. Usually when I want to make a double batch, I can't because I can't find enough tomatillos. So I was very excited to find a big bag of cash and carry and that most of them were good, because sometimes I get home and discover some of them are kind of rotten. I'm going to add the cumin and salt. It can't really show me adding the black pepper because I have to use the pepper grinder. Right, I added the pepper and sugar, and now we're going to get this simmering, and we're going to reduce it until it gets to the consistency that I want, which is thick enough to put on a chip. Okay, it's now the next day, and I'm making a marinade for the chicken for the honey lime chicken enchiladas. This is a 1/3 cup of honey, 1/4 cup lime juice, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I already have my chicken cooked, which is in the fridge, and I just have to add this to the Ziploc bag. And then I'm going to let that soak in the deliciousness for a couple hours or so. I ended up being too tired to make this in one shot, but I still had lots of green enchilada sauce left, and now I'm making it again. And I still have to freeze a bunch of it. I highly recommend, and by the time this posts, it will be Cinco de Mayo. The other day I made this with burrito size tortillas, and those were too big. And it still worked, but we each had one. So soft taco is the best size, and I have a couple casserole dishes here that don't match each other, and it doesn't matter, but they do go in the oven side by side. I grated a bunch of Monterey Jack cheese, and I have the chicken marinating in the fridge. First, I'm going to put a little bit of the green enchilada sauce in the bottom of each pan. And we'll just spread that around. It's just to stop it from sticking. As I make this, it is May the 4th. I love giant measuring cups. So we're gonna put in 2 cups. Right, that is 2 cups, and then we're gonna add a cup of cream and mix it together. Oops, it's all mixed together. This is when my kitchen gets messy. Now I'm gonna get the chicken out, and no idea how I'm gonna film this. Here's a delicious bag of chicken that's marinating in the lime juice, honey, chili powder, and garlic powder. There's a little chicken on the tortilla. Don't put in too much cheese or you might find that you've run out. And I don't want to go to the store. Can I roll this up one-handed? Maybe. Don't look at my man hands though. Ta-da! Okay, between the 2 pans I have 13 enchiladas. Is that unlucky? No, because 13 enchiladas is way luckier than 0 enchiladas. Now what we do is we smother them with sauce. I go between the two dishes to make sure I get it evenish. That still needs some more over there. Alright. And I have the oven preheating at 350. Actually, it's done preheating. This is very hard to do while I'm filming. Which Star Wars movie you guys watching?
The
2?
best one.
Is 2?
No, that's yeah.
I don't know. I don't speak French. It's either 1, 2, or 3. I know that.
It's 3.
I hate 3. And I hate 1. 2 is alright. But 4, 5, and 6 are the best. 5 is my least favorite out of 4, 5, and 6 because it ends with Han Solo. Whoa! It ends with Han Solo being frozen. And then I immediately have to watch number 6 so that he can be unfrozen. But then I have to look at Jabba the Hutt. Alright, look! I still have some chicken left over. And you can use this to make honey lime chicken nachos. Use some of the sauce. Still have a little bit of cheese. And I also have more on the block to grate because after this cooks for, I think, 20 or 25 minutes, we're going to add more cheese to the top. And it's going to be glorious. Oh, look at that. They smell amazing. And I just watched Anakin burn up in the hot lava. So that gets your appetite going, you know? Now I'm going to add some cheese on top without dropping my tablet in the hot oven. Yeah, episode 3 is one of the more depressing ones.
Oh, it's not.
Yes, it is! 5 more minutes.
Trilogies. 3 plus 3 plus.
The Star Wars themed enchiladas are done,
Trilogies.
and they're bubbly, and I'm still trying to think of how these are related to Star Wars, because the Force makes you feel warm inside. They're Star Wars enchiladas.
No!
They are.
No, stop!
I can't wait to eat them.
Why are they Star Wars?
Because they make you feel warm inside like the Force. They're a little bit green like Yoda. If there are leftovers tomorrow, this will also be Cinco de Mayo.
You're Yoda chose.
Thanks for watching. I hope you guys go to a lot of work to make this for yourself. You can use canned green enchilada sauce, but I don't like to because usually it has MSG in it. Alright, we're gonna dig in. It's the plate that had the cheese on it. Why dirty another plate? Just put the enchiladas right on it, right?
All I saw you do was playing.
Is this number 4? Oh, thank goodness. Don't listen to my copyrighted music. Okay, well, it kind of fell apart, but that's alright. It's gonna fall apart in my mouth.